Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Terri LeBlanc, who, along with two partners, has opened up a new bookstore in downtown Marion. Welcome, Terri.
Hi,
Nice to see you.
good to see you too.
Full disclosure, Terri and I have been friends for a long time in the whole, in the writer and local author field. She's been a fan and supporter of local writers, which some of you know I am one, for a long, long time. And you worked at a bookstore on the west side of Cedar Rapids for the longest time, and then Ursla, who had that bookstore, sold it, and you and she and Amanda Zhorne have opened a new bookstore, Swamp Fox Bookstore, and there's a big an online event coming up this Saturday that we'll talk about. But first off, tell me pandemic aside, what what was the impetus for the three of you to open up a bookstore today, when even though we're seeing a little bit of a resurgence in the printed book, Amazon is still the 8,000 pound gorilla, and in local bookstores, don't have an easy time of it.
They don't, but they are something that is vital to every neighborhood. And ever since Ursula moved to this area from Colorado, she saw a need in Marion for a bookstore, a locally owned independent bookstore. And so when the opportunity kind of came together for us to do that, even on the small scale that we are at right now, we kind of leapt at it. And the initial thought was we would just open online because when we were having the first initial discussions about doing this, there wasn't a lot. Most businesses had closed down. We're doing carry out, pickup, delivery type services, and independent bookstores across the nation were thriving on that, actually, as the drive to shop local and support local businesses has increased during the pandemic. And then we had the opportunity, thanks to Annette Perry, to kind of open like a little pop-up shop in town. So we took advantage of that offering, so we can have actually people browsing in the store. There's still something to be said about being able to step into a shop and look at books on the shelf and talk to somebody that has experience buying and selling books to get what the next best thing. And I think that's where independent booksellers thrive, is that we can provide you with personalized recommendations that are actually based on stuff that you've read and liked or didn't like.
Do you have a Does the bookstore kind of have a theme, or is there a particular genre kind of book that you feel like you have expertise in, or is it just a little bit of everything?
We all have our own specific genres that we absolutely love. Ursula loves mysteries, domestic thrillers, and suspense novels. She also likes the Victorian Lady Sherlock books, so where there's a woman that's playing the role of a Sherlock or a detective during Victorian times are huge for her. Amanda really loves memoirs and YA contemporary, as well as the thriller, the domestic thriller and suspense novels. I am a huge science fiction fantasy fan, as you know, Dennis. I also enjoy that historical fiction, if you're ever looking for a historical fiction book, especially if you're a fan or enjoy reading World War II novels. And that's where I really thrive. But I love doing research on books, so I love hearing what other people have read or like to read and then finding other good matches for them. So I figured out during the pandemic, that's one of my superpowers, so to speak, is that I can usually find, with a little bit of research, if you liked one type of book or one author, I can find something new for you with just a little bit of research.
Your shop is not huge, so that means a lot of times you're probably going to be, ordering books and things like
Mhm.
that for people.
Yep.
Do they have to come into the store, or could they, call or email ahead and kind of have your concierge service before they come in?
Yeah, they can. So we actually set up a form on our website, get a personalized book recommendation. So you can fill out that form and we'll give you a personalized book recommendation. You can call us, you can email us as well. We are offering online purchasing as well through 3 different partners, depending on the type of book you're looking to get, whether you're one of those people that physically has to have a book. We're partnering with bookshop.org, which is a new company that started at the beginning of this year and has thrived in light of of Amazon downgrading the priority on books and also the movement towards buying local. It allows bookshops or bookstores to receive a portion of their profits of the books that they sell. So they've been a wonderful partner for us because we don't have the space at this point in time to handle shipping. And so people can order from there and get those shipped. We do audiobooks through Libro.fm. And then we also have an ebook partner as well. So we can offer you, however you want to read, we can offer you a book. You can also special order directly from us, and we can order that into the shop. So it depends on what your level of comfortability is right now in going out and shopping or speaking with somebody directly.
You've got kind of a launch event this Saturday, online, yeah, virtual event, like
Yep.
most things are. But tell me about Allison McGee.
So Allison is a children's author, but also writes novels for adults. She had a book come out in February called The Opposite of Fate. And the novel brings together some big themes that have come out of the Me Too movement. It covers women's rights and making difficult decisions. There's some issues of pro-choice versus pro-life in it as well. So we're really excited to be able to talk to her. Her children's books are beautifully illustrated and wonderfully written as well. She has a book called Someday, which is told from the point of view of a mother watching a child grow up. And I personally love Tell Me a Tattoo Story, which is a father telling his son the story of his tattoos. And it's a really heartwarming story. And she also has some sort of middle grade books, illustrated books that she co-wrote, Bink and Golly, that are, she wrote with Kate DiCamillo, who is a very popular children's author as well, and it's probably a familiar author to folks that have read children's books or have children in their families.
So this event is going to be online on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
Saturday afternoon, yes?
Yep. Yes, Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock.
How do people get signed up?
So they can head over to our Facebook page and look at the event there. We also have a link directly on our homepage, swampfoxbookstore.com. The event is free, so anybody can sign up. The beauty of an online event too, for those of you that might not be as familiar about attending online events, if you, for something comes up or you're like, oh, 3 o'clock doesn't work for me, if you sign up, you'll get a message to watch the replay after we're done recording it. So you can watch it later in the evening or later in the week if you happen to be busy at 3 o'clock. So that's kind of the neat thing about virtual events, is that you can attend after the fact and kind of see everything that goes on with the author.
But for those who can attend virtually on Saturday afternoon, there'll be an opportunity to ask questions and interact with Allison, just as if she was present in your store.
Yes, correct. Or you can lurk. It's probably easier to lurk online, even if you come in late. So yeah, there'll be the opportunity. We'll do a little Q&A session. Allison will probably read from one of her books, give her the choice of what she wants to read from. And you'll be able to interact with people from all over the country. I've attended several virtual events, and what's really been fun is I've been able to see authors and chat with authors that I maybe wouldn't have the opportunity to see because I don't travel to Iowa, but also interact with people and other readers throughout the country.
Well, normally I would say get there early to get a good seat, but seating is unlimited for this event.
It is unlimited. Yes, that's the other positive thing.
So it's Allison McGee, author, doing a virtual event as kind of a kickoff and launch event for the new Swamp Fox bookstore. If people want to come and see you in person, though, where are you located in Marion?
We're at 809 6th Avenue in Marion, which is just off of the uptown area, situated kind of, I like to tell people, on 6th Avenue between the library and the Roundabout or Country Kitchen. So there's these 4 little buildings that sit near the road next to West End Diner. So you can come and get something to eat at West End and then shop all these neat little shops around us. There's a clothing retailer. There's a woman that does jewelry, another woman that has sort of home decor. And then if you need a purse or shoes or hats cleaned, there's a gentleman that cleans all those things as well. So it's kind of a fun little entrepreneurial community we've got right there in Marion.
And if people want to visit you online, your website is?
swampfoxbookstore.com.
So you can do that to find out more about the store or get a personalized book recommendation. Well, good luck with the virtual event, and
thank you.
And hope you get a lot of traffic, both online and in person at the store. Terri, thanks for being with me today.
Thank you, Dennis.
You can hear the Culture Crawl a lot of weekdays at 10:20, live on the radio on KCCK, or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture, or using your favorite podcast app. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.